Good afternoon, softball fans, coming to you from Traceway Park in Clinton, Mississippi for the national championship game of the NJCAA Division II softball tournament here on NJCAA TV with James Crenshaw in the booth. Chuck Sebastian to my left on the color commentary. This is Jason Thompson ready to bring you the play-by-play of, Chuck, what is yet another rematch of shorts with Jones County and Phoenix.
Yeah, last night we did this game, Jason, and boy, it was a Jones runaway over Phoenix. They ended up winning that game 20-1 in 6 innings of work, scoring 10 runs in that 4th inning. It was a big inning for them, and they had 17 hits in the ball game. And last night, Phoenix only managed 4 hits and 1 run. They sent 3 or 4 girls to the mound. They're going to have to really work hard. Their number 1 pitcher already pitched in the game to get them here. It's going to be up to the rest of the staff to try to get them a little further.
The ladies for Jones will be wearing black. Their pitcher is Carly Perk, number 7. This is the lineup that she'll be facing for Phoenix. Number 22 is Mackenzie Witten in center field. 11 is Heather O'Kelly in right. Number 4 is the pitcher Hannah Krosky. 25 is Caitlin Dennis at short. 21 is Haley Johnson at first base. 24 is the designated player Tyler Gill. She's batting for the second baseman, number 15, Marissa Pluguez. 7th batter, 23 is Sabrina Elliman. The catcher, 23, Valerie Holguin at third. 3 is Kara Golden in left. We'll get you the defense for Jones County after pitch number 1 from Carly Perk. It is a strike. Defensively for Jones County on the infield from left to right, that'll be from third base to first base. 16 is Emily Robinson, 14 Taylor Murray, 12 is Callie Venable, 24 is McKenna Sykes. We'll give you the outfield after pitch number 2, which is a hard shot to third to throw to first in time. It'll go 5-3 for out number 1. The outfield for Jones from left to right is number 1, Simone McKinney, 23 is Kelsha Lofton, 18 is Grace McCleskey, behind the plate number 30, Faith Denton. And in the pitcher's circle is number 7, Carly Perk.
So a ground ball, a hard shot there to third, and grabbed immediately, flipped over to first for the first out of the inning as we get this one underway. First pitch at 144.
Now missing up for a ball to Heather O'Kelly, the right fielder. Again, for Phoenix to bring home the hardware, they will have to beat Jones twice. The 1-0, swung on and hit to the left fielder charging, and will make the running grab it just in foul territory. That is Simone McKinney for out number 2.
Nice grab here, especially when you're going into foul territory, and that's cutting down the line, and you got to worry about the fence. She comes hard and is able to get there.
Good hustle play there as Hannah Krosky, who was one of those 4 pitchers the other day in that 20-1 blowout. She'll be called on to do the pitching duties here in the bottom of the first, but here she bats against her counterpart Perk and takes ball 1.
Krosky in last night's game, Jason, on the hill for an inning and a 10th, or an inning and a third, 2 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Next pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
So you're right, she'll have her work cut out for her. Krosky and Gill got on the hill last night with Carr, and this Jones team just knocked the cover off the ball all over the place.
Perks 1-1 is swung on, hit a mile high, shortstop going out, but the center fielder drifting to her right and will put it away, Kelsha Lofton for out number 3. So a 3-up, 3-down inning here in the top of the first. To the bottom of the first we go when we get back. Again, you're watching the NJCAA Division II National Championship game here on NJCAA TV.
Fans, follow along all of the action of the 2018 NJCAA Spring Sport National Championships live on NJCAA TV by logging on to NJCAATV.com to view live and archive broadcasts of the national tournaments for lacrosse, softball, baseball. NJCAA TV is now available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Android TV, and Roku streaming platforms. NJCAA TV, the official digital video network of the NJCAA. And the call of the game, here's Jason Thompson.
Thank you, Chuck. Kelsha Lofton will lead things off for Jones County here in the bottom of the first, and she takes ball one. Batting lineup for Jones County. Taylor Murray, number 14, will be the second batter. She's the shortstop, followed by number 16, Emily Robinson at third. 12 is Callie Venable at second. 20 is Hallie Donald, the designated player, as the bunt laid down. The third baseman, bare hands, throw over, not in time. An infield hit for Kelsey Lofton. Back to the lineup. Number 6 will be McKenna Sykes, number 24 at first base. 30 is Faith Denton behind the plate. 18 is Gracie McCleskey in right. Number 1, Simone McKinney in left. And Donald, the DP, is batting for the pitcher, Carly Perk.
Lofton lays down a perfect bunch. She's got great speed, going to be tough to get her, and a really nice move by laying down, getting your leadoff runner on base to start early.
As number 14, Taylor Murray, will take strike one. The defense for Phoenix on the infield from left to right, from third base to first base, will be number 20, Valerie Holguin. 25 is Caitlin Dennis. 15 is Marissa Pluguez. And number 1 is Haley Johnston. We'll get to the outfield after this pitch, which is outside and not even close on the stolen base for Kelsha Lofton. The outfield from left to right will be number 3, Kara Golden. 22 is Mackenzie Witten. 11 is Heather O'Kelly. 23 is Sabrina Elliman behind the plate. And in the pitcher's circle is number 4, Hannah Krosky. Squares around a bunt, pulls back. It's low for ball one.
Lofton with the wheels.
I apologize. They were going to check at second. No swing. Sorry about that, Chuck.
Lofton with the wheels. Last night, 3 for 4. She led off the first inning. Remember, the first at-bat with a home run. She scored 3 times, had 4 RBIs. She's definitely got speed on the base pass, and we've seen it already here early.
What you call a table setter. That one low as she squares around a bunt again. As Krosky misses low, it's now 2-1 to Taylor Murray.
She's dancing around off the bag. Of course, they don't hold in softball like they do in baseball because of the smaller infield. So Lofton will have plenty of room to move.
Another pitch low, and it's ball 4. It gets away, and they're going to get her to run her to second, and she'll get there without a throw. Good aggressive running there by Jones. Obviously occupied with the runner at third. Didn't even notice the runner going to second.
Well, when you get a wild pitch on a ball 4, it doesn't help. Catcher tried to knock it down best she could. Couldn't get the glove all the way on it. Ball skips away from her, and easily for Murray to go down to second base.
As number 16 is Emily Robinson for Jones, looking to strike first. Change up a beauty, swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Very nice pitch there on the inside corner. Pulled the string a little bit, causes the change up. Jones batters are up in the front of the box as well.
Holguin in at third base, up and away. Throw back down to second. Close play. She's back safely.
Boy, that is a really tight throw and a really interesting throw, especially with a runner as fast as Lofton is at third.
I was just thinking the same thing. The 1-1 to Robinson. Change up missing upstairs. Now 2-1, and Krosky in a bit of a hole here to start off this bottom of the first.
Yeah, I don't know if as a catcher I would throw that down to second base, taking that chance with the runner that close and that speedy.
That one's low for ball 3. I'm thinking maybe Yadi Molina tries it, but maybe nobody else on the planet.
Well, Emlin's going to have to do the job here because she is the one that's in behind the plate today, and she's getting all the signals from the bench.
And Palinelli, of course, caught the previous game, so she's on the bench for this one. The 3-1, missing low. The bases are loaded here for Jones, and still nobody out.
Well, this isn't the way that they wanted this to start. Again, you come off the big win. You get yourself here. You want to go into the first inning and try to establish, get a couple of outs, especially after last night's loss. And right now, Jones is like, hey, we did it to you last night. We're doing it to you again.
I believe this is Desiree Gill out there having a quick talk with her infield. I'm wondering, I guess part of the game plan is if a ball is hit hard to a corner infielder, you come home with it?
Well, you're going to want to go tag bag and then throw. And, of course, anything that's coming in, most likely they will play the infield in all around the circle.
Yep.
They'll get as close to the home plate area as possible. The tough part about it is, as we saw it last night, when you bring an infield in, a high bouncer or a really hard shot gets through, and instead of 1 run, 2 runs can score, maybe even 3.
The pitch to Callie Venable is low and in for ball 1.
And as you notice this time, though, they set up their defense a little differently, Jason. They do play back, and they're going to try to get the double play ball. They'll try to go tag a bag and toss, and depending on where it's hit to.
Figuring if you're Phoenix, there's a lot of ball in this game. 1 run may not win it. That one's a changeup, and it is a strike. 1-1.
Pitch had a little movement on it at the end. The audience didn't feel very nice about the call. I'm sure they are now putting the umpire on notice, as you can hear him shouting in the background.
The very partisan Jones crowd, as that one is up and away for ball 2. Of course, they had the much shorter drive of about 2.5 hours, so I think the entire Phoenix contingent's within about 15 feet of us as we're down the third base line, about 10 feet off the plate. The 2-1 to Venable, missing outside, and it's danger time here, 3-1.
Pretty good pitch. Looks like she's just missing the edge there, and that's twice now for the left-hander, and really dealing well, but just not getting the call right now.
There is nowhere to put her. The 3-1 pitch from Krosky. Changeup misses up, and they have walked in a run. As Lofton scores, as Callie Venable gets the RBI the easy way, as the ladies from Jones take the 1-0 lead.
Well, it was walks that cost him in last night's game, and, of course, 17 hits. And in addition to that, it didn't help the pitching situation for Phoenix. And, boy, to start off this way, it's going to be tough. Down 1-0 already, still bases loaded, nobody out.
Pitch to Hallie Donald is a strike called. Donald, the designated player. She's batting for Carly Perk, the pitcher. Donald way up in the box. The 0-1 from Krosky is ripped down the line and just fouled by, I'd say, inches. 0-2.
Rips a really nice pitch there, just gets around on it and get a full swing on this one. As you can see, quick hands, but just outside the bag.
Third base umpire right on top of it down there. 3-man crew here today. The 0-2 pitch missing outside. 1-2. Again, your runners are Taylor Murray at third, Emily Robinson at second, Callie Venable at first. 1 run already in on the bases loaded walk from Venable to Lofton. The pitch missing outside, now 2-2.
See how long they allow the young lady on the hill to go, because if she gets in trouble early and she can't get out of this jam, you don't want to give up an opportunity to get out and get done.
Pitch swung on, and it will drop into left field for a base hit. 1 is going to score. They're going to send a runner from second. 2 are going to score. They're going to hold the runner at third. It's a 2-run double for Hallie Donald, and just like that, Jones County with the 3-0 lead. And still nobody out.
So big hit there as that one just gets over the third base bag, drops in, 2 runners easily coming around. They hold Venable over at third, and of course Donald on with a double, and still no one down, and a 3-0 lead here early for Jones.
As McKenna Sykes, the batter, takes a pitch low. Sykes did homer yesterday, I believe, if memory's right, in that 20-1 game.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. McKenna Sykes and Elshon Lofton were the 2 with the home runs yesterday.
Again, runners at second and third, 3 already in here for Jones. The pitch to Sykes, ripped foul. Look out. I think I saw some cameramen down here, local media down here.
Sykes 2 for 3 yesterday in the lineup, scored a run, 4 RBIs, and she also had a walk.
Actually, that got head coach Chris Robinson down there. Obviously, he looks to be all right. And a 1-1 pitch to Sykes. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that. And Krosky ahead now 0-2. Again, your runners, Callie Venable now at third, Hallie Donald at second, advancing to second on the throw. The pitch, change up, rip down the left side, and that'll be foul. Heads up to our guys down there.
That was coming pretty close to our production van. James Crenshaw doing all the fabulous production work, taking care of the replays and all the camera guys. And our camera guys are Roosevelt and Donald. And, of course, we want to thank them for bearing the hot sun.
Amen to that.
They are really doing a great job of bringing you these great shots.
Yeah, the two of us are under a tent, so... But, you know, my take is those guys are young. They can handle it. Unfortunately, unlike the two of us. We noticed on that last shot, Phoenix already has somebody warming up down the left field line as the changeup misses low. It's now 3-2, and again, still nobody out.
Well, it'll be interesting to see
the
how
payoff
long.
Pitch is going to miss outside, and once again the bases are loaded as McKenna Sykes draws the free pass. 6 in a row have reached.
We thought that Kiana Carr would get a rest here, but she may not, and that's the bad part about it because she has been tossing in the bullpen right now, getting warmed up again. Now, remember, she only went 2 innings in this game last night, but she just went 7 innings in the last game in a 1-0 shutout. Pitched a great game. Sooner or later, though, it starts to wear on you. It's been a long season.
As I'm assuming Krosky did play some first base yesterday, but I think she'll be on the bench now, as I believe it'll be Kiana Carr coming in. So Kiana Carr, who I believe threw a 3-hit shutout in the previous game, going to ride the, I guess you call it the little hot hand. Definitely have to be called on to put a fire out here.
She's the number 1 pitcher on that squad, and again, she faced the squad last night, had a tough time going against them. 2 innings of work, 6 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs. But like you said, just moments ago, she just finished up the 3rd place game, and she threw a great game there. But here she is, and already in the first innings. There's nobody out. She is going to face the 7th girl in the batting order. There's already 3 runs across. She comes in with bases loaded. I mean, you take your star player and you put her in this position, and you see how she handles it.
And it looks like Elliman is out, and Palinelli, who caught the entire game last time, is going to catch Carr. So 2 young ladies who went 7 innings in the previous game, having called on to do yeoman's work here today.
Well, Palinelli may be the catcher for Carr. Sometimes the pitcher-catcher combination works really well. You don't want to use a different catcher for her, and she may call a better game, so hence the reason why Palinelli now is back into the game as well.
Just to recap what's happened so far, Kelsha Lofton led the bottom of the first off with a bunt single, stole second, then walks to Taylor Murray, Robinson, and Venable. Of course, Venable's walk with the bases loaded plating Lofton made it 1-0. And then Hallie Donald with a single ended up at second on a throw, which plated both Murray and Robinson to make it 3-0. McKenna Sykes drew the walk, and that's where we are right now. As the 7th batter in the inning, and again, nobody out for Phoenix as Faith Denton to the plate.
Now, the first pitcher, Krosky, will be responsible for the 3 runners on the base paths. Carr will be responsible from Denton on.
So the first pitch from Carr is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Well, if she can turn it on, boy, she gets 3 outs here. Talk about a round of applause she's going to get, but this is a tough situation for the young lady.
Pitch to Denton. Hits the outside corner for strike 2. I'm looking at these uniforms for Jones. At least the numbers, they kind of have that USC look about them with that maroon and the yellow trim around the numbers. The pitch. Hits the outside corner. That's strike 3. So Carr getting the benefit of the doubt on that strike zone is for a strikeout.
235th K of the season. So this girl's been there before, Jason. She definitely can do it. She's got a 1.80 ERA, 202 innings of work.
As Gracie McCleskey, the number 8 batter, will step in with the bases loaded. The pitch is a strike called. Again, your runners are now Callie Venable at third, Hallie Donald at second, McKenna Sykes at first. As Jones has already put up the crooked number, well, wants to, I guess, crooked that number a little more, if that is such a phrase. The 0-1 pitch. That's what live broadcasting does. You just never know. As McCleskey, the 8th batter of this lineup, as Carr drying off that hand that's thrown a ton of pitches so far today. Pitch is up and away. We're noticing, too, that Hallie Donald at second is motioning to the plate. Saw that last one where she was motioning outside. I guess she's going to wait for the catcher to set up and try to help her batter out. Not this time, though. It is popped up behind the backstop. Count now 1-2.
Oh, Carr's coming in. She's going to throw nothing but heat. Try to do that changeup again. Try to continue her same performance from the last game. After 7 strong innings, can she continue, and how far can she go? Because they only have one other girl listed as a pitcher on the roster, and that'll be Gill.
The 2-2 pitch changeup is swung on, fouled out of play. If Phoenix can get out of this giving up 3 runs, that's, I guess, a moral victory of sorts, because Jones is looking to put up a whole lot more.
And Phoenix, again, with just the 1 run in the last game and only 1 run against his team the first time around, has not put up more than 2 runs in the last 2 games.
2-2 pitch fouled back, so McCleskey locked in a battle here with Kiana Carr.
So there's going to be, again, the offense of Phoenix is going to have to wake up here real quick and try to get something going and get to the dugout and get back out there offensively.
And the only ball that's left the infield was that 2-run single of the 6 that have reached. The 2-2 is outside for ball 3. As the Phoenix contingent.
They were ringing her up.
Sounded like a Ric Flair convention over here to our left. Yep. Kiana Carr with the payoff pitch headed home. It is swung on, fouled out of play again. So this is, I believe, pitch number 9 of this at-bat.
Doing a good job in the box, swinging at everything close, especially on a 2-2 and a 3-2 count. And McCleskey trying to continue the momentum here and keep Jones turning the carousel, so to speak, out on the diamond.
Another payoff pitch from Kiana Carr is upstairs. That's ball 3. That's what happens when you had bad penmanship in your scorebook. 2 balls looks like 3 balls. So now it is 3-2. So now the payoff pitch from Kiana Carr headed home is swung on, popped up, may have been ball 4. So this makes pitch number 10 of the at-bat. I believe home plate umpire needs some softballs.
Well, when you got anything close like that and you know it's in a zone, you don't want to even take the chance of the umpire ringing you up. So if you can get a piece of it, you swing at it, foul it off, and try to stay in there.
Again, a big crowd, especially out there in the outfield. A heavy Jones County contingent, as you would expect. Again, they're only about 2.5 hours from here. The payoff pitch from Kiana Carr is, oh, did it hit her? It hit her on the forearm. Oh, it'll smart a little bit, but McCleskey's going to get the RBI. Plating Callie Venable, it is now a 4-0 Jones County lead. And they're going to check her out down there to see if she's okay, flexing that left arm a little bit. I believe we're going to have a trainer come out and check on McCleskey.
Came in real tight on the corner, that spin on that fastball. And you can see right here coming up and in and then bang on the
the
right
back arm, it
the
looked
back
like,
elbow
yeah.
in the back of the swing area. So when she tried to lift to move out of the way, that's where she got it. And she'll wear the seams of that one for a little while. Base is still loaded. Again, Venable scores here. And again, those first 7 girls, or 6 girls actually, will be the responsibility of Krosky, who was taken out of the game early.
Again, McCleskey going to hang in there. As number 1, Simone McKinney, as Jones County will bat around in the first inning. Already with 4 in here in the national championship game. Simone McKinney playing left field today. And the pitch from Carr is up and away for ball 1. Kelsha Lofton, who led this inning off with the bunt single, waiting on deck. As the infield in for the play at the plate. Pitch. Strike, throw down to third, and she gets back safely.
Yeah, a good snap throw to third. Unfortunately, third baseman playing off the bag a little bit in Hogan, and so can't get him when you can't tag him, so to speak.
Throw looked like it was right on the line, so it carried Holguin right into the runner. The 1-1 swung on, foul, straight back. Jones County from Laurel, Mississippi, where a couple of us have been for Dixie Youth Baseball in recent years. The 1-2 pitch, change up a beauty, and got her for the strikeout. Froze her. Nice piece of work there, Kiana Carr, with 2 strikeouts in 3 batters.
Yeah, both of those strikeouts were called thirds, so that batter trying to run through the box and watch the third one go by. This young lady last night hit for power. She led off the inning in the first with a home run. Today she leads off with a single and scores the first run, and here she is back again for the second time.
Again, the leadoff batter with the bunt single and the speed, setting the table for what has been a monster first inning for the ladies in black. The pitch to Lofton is a strike called.
So again, out here for a long first half inning, going on 20 minutes right now, and that is not going to help the Phoenix team, especially. The
Donald
Jones pitcher waiting to get back out on the hill.
Donald was down at third base, time called to tie a shoe. As the 0-1 to Lofton is ripped to left field. That's trouble. That's going to roll to the fence. That's going to score at least 2. Runner around third. They're going to send the runner around. There will not be a play. It is a 3-run double for Kelsha Lofton, and it's getting ugly. It is 7-0 Jones here in the first.
Well, as you see this ball, it'll get ripped into the middle of the gap there between left and center. And the interesting thing here is when you see McCleskey coming around third, she is the third runner. The shortstop hesitates, pulls back, looks, and wasn't sure where she wanted to go with the throw, and that is the reason that third run scored. Would there have been a play at the plate? Maybe. But again, boy, like you said, Jason, getting out of hand very quickly. And you'll see the throw here. Watch her hesitate. She looks, no, and by then the decision's done.
And I think Palinelli could not get her hand on the ball cleanly, and that's going to be a stolen base for Lofton. And could be a factor. It is about 90 degrees out there. It's hard to get sweaty palms on a softball to get a clean throw. The 1-0 pitch inside as Palinelli thought about firing down there, but with a 7-0 lead already, I'm thinking I'm just worrying about the batter right now.
Yeah, right now you've got to find a way to get the out.
The 2-0. Strike called, and just for informational purposes, because of the last game these two teams played, there is no run rule in the championship game. 7 innings will be played regardless. We got that from our contact here with the NJCAA. That's fouled straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that does bring up an interesting point. Carly Perk has been sitting in that dugout for a long time.
20 plus for this half inning already.
The 2-2, swing and a miss, chased one out of the zone, and the bottom of the first mercifully finally coming to an end for the ladies from Phoenix, but Jones County puts up a touchdown here in the bottom of the first. 7 runs, and they leave 1. So we'll go to the top of the second. When we get back, you're watching the NJCAA Division II National Championship game here on NJCAA TV. Back here at Traceway Park here in Clinton, where Carly Perk, who may have had enough time to order a pizza, she was sitting in the dugout in that bottom of the first, will be called on to pitch to 4, 5, and 6 for Phoenix. It's Dennis, Johnston, and Gill in a 7-0 lead for Jones here in the national championship game.
You know, we know Dennis has got the power to hit a ball out. She did the other night, and boy, they're going to need something to get this Phoenix squad going. Remember, they have only scored 2 runs now in their last 2 games as they get going here for Game 3 that they've played over the last 24 hours.
Of course, the young lady Gill, who's in the hole, she's the main reason why Phoenix is here. The solo homer, the only run of the game, to post the win over DMAC as Caitlin Dennis to the plate. The pitch from Perk is low for ball 1. Caitlin, K-A-I-T-L-Y-N, Dennis. Pitch number 2, change up a beauty. It's a strike, 1-1.
Well, Carly Perk on the hill right now doing the job here with a really nice change-up and a real nice fastball.
And her 1-1 pitch headed home is swung on and fouled out of play to the right side. Now ahead in the count 1-2.
And this year she was their number 1 star, 140 innings of work, just a 1.00 ERA. She had 170 strikeouts with a 23-2-1 record. So this young lady knows how to bring it on the hill.
The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. So after sitting for a good while, first AB a strikeout. It'll bring up Haley Johnston to the plate.
Her strikeout to walk ratio, Jason, really good. 170 on the Ks, only 44 on the walks. So a little better than 6 to 1, almost 6 to 1.
Changeup missing low and in for ball 1. You did better in math in high school than I did.
I got there.
The 1-0 pitch is going to miss outside for ball 2. I was actually pretty good at multiplication back in the day when I was at Quincy, Illinois at St. Mary's Catholic School. I was the first one that got all their multiplication tables right. Yeah, I was pretty decent at spelling too. The pitch swung on, hit down the right side. Right fielder giving chase, but that's going to fall as the photographer with all that equipment. Like I said, that's got to be about 20 grand in equipment down there. That looks like maybe a 400 millimeter 2.8, maybe a 300, but I'm thinking more of a 400. That's about 10 grand right there.
Backs off very quickly as they try to go to the fence to get that one.
I like staying behind the fence and just shooting through it. I'm a lot safer that way. The 1-1 swung on, foul back. Now a ball and 2 strikes to Johnston.
Don't forget, folks, if you want to check out all these great replays and pictures, it's on your scoreboard. Hashtag NJCAA Fast Pitch. Log on and make sure you retweet as many as you can.
Changeup is hit well and off the wall. Quick throw in by Lofton and a very, very long single for Haley Johnson. Another 3 to 4 feet. Phoenix on the board.
She got around with the fat of the bat, put it right on it, puts it right off of the screen. Quick throw by Lofton, the very speedy center fielder, keeps her to just a single, but maybe it's enough to try to get the Phoenix. They need something to jumpstart them, down 7-0.
And Tyler Gill, who we mentioned earlier, had the solo shot for the lone run in the 1-0 win over DMAC earlier. Changeup hits the outside for a strike.
Strike called on the pitch that is maybe a little bit outside there. Gill way wide on that box, the foot.
The 0-1 is swung on and fouled out of play to the left. Now 0-2 to Tyler Gill.
And a lot of people, you know, it's early in the game. You're down 7-0. When as a coach, you want to tell your players, all right, calm down. We still got plenty of time. Try to get them a little bit at a time. Try not to get them all at once. It'd be great if you do, but try to pick up a couple here and there and get back in the game.
The pitch to Gill off the edge of the plate. 1-2. That one actually looked more of a strike than the first pitch to me.
Now, she got the outside corner on that pitch that everybody thinks it wasn't. And the big thing here is Gill's stance is way wide. I'm surprised she can get to that corner.
And they obviously are noticing that as Perk is nibbling, trying to get that outside black, now 2-2.
She's went right forward. All 4 pitches, she's tried to stay away from that.
As Sabrina Elliman waiting on deck, the catcher. Actually, that's Palinelli now with the change from the previous inning. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning as it's now Cherish Palinelli will now be batting in place of Elliman.
You can see the fastball here. It's on the outside edge, Jason, and with her stance where her right foot is, by the time she gets that swing to the corner, even if she got to it, it would be the edge of the bat. There she swings underneath the pitch as that was a little bit of a rise. Good pitch.
So the pitch to Palinelli, big swing and a miss, strike 1.
The way she's fired, it looks like she's ahead of these hitters, and these hitters are having a hard time catching up with her right now.
Again, the runner at first is Haley Johnston. Pitch to Palinelli is up and away, 1-1.
Now, as we mentioned, Carly Perk appeared in 30 games, started 27, completed 16, 23, 2-1 on the year.
And her 1-1 pitch here, upstairs, checks her swing. They will not check her as she holds up to make it 2-1. Number 20 is Valerie Holguin waiting on deck for Phoenix. The pitch. That one missing up and away for ball 3.
First 3-1 count that she has went to here in the game, so we'll see how she handles Palinelli with the 3-1.
Looked like Perk was asking her pitcher where I missed, and when she told her, she shook her head in the affirmative. The 3-1 popped up out of play, and we'll have a 3-2 pitch. The first one of the day, I believe, here for Carly Perk.
And challenged her, went right at her with the strike. Knew she had to get it in there. Says, all right, I'll throw it in there. We'll see what you can do with it. That's a girl who believes in her defense.
The 3-ball, 2-strike pitch here from Carly Perk is low for ball 4. As looked like Denton thought she had strike 3. A little double pump before she throws it back to the pitcher. We'll
see where
watch the replay.
Yeah, that's a little down, just barely, but not by much.
Holguin swings and fouls it out of play. I've noticed that a lot of these girls on these teams, anything close on a 3-2 pitch, they try to get rid of that bat quick and get down the line to try to sell it to the umpire.
Trying to get that first base bag on a freebie.
Holguin, Holguin, pronounced Holguin, and she'll swing at pitch number 2. Shortstop has it to second, and it'll be a 6 unassisted as the Phoenix will leave 2 on here in the top of the second. We will head to the bottom of the second. Jones will look to pad it. They lead 7-0 here in the Division II National Championship game, which you're watching here on NJCAA TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, keep up with the latest news and updates regarding the NJCAA sports by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association. Log on to www.njcaa.org. And back with the play-by-play, here's Jason Thompson.
Thank you, Chuck Sebastian. As Jones County with an 11 at-bat, 7-run outburst in the bottom of the first will now send up 2, 3, and 4 in Emily Robinson, Callie Venable, and Hallie Donald, looking to add to a 7-0 lead here in the national championship game.
Well, Jason, the warmer it gets, it seems the better Jones plays. Right now, we have hit the 90-degree mark when feels like temperatures in the triple digits, so it is definitely very warm here today.
That's about as hot as their bats have been the last 2 days.
I'll tell you what, that is now a total of 27 runs in 7 innings of work.
And gotten a little bit of everything. Bunt singles, extra base hits, long balls, you name it. They've done a little bit of everything here the last 2 days, as Emily Robinson, who walked her first time up, will stroll to the plate to lead things off against new pitcher Kiana Carr. It's a ball just off the plate. Carr did get 3 strikeouts when she came back into the game, but pardon me, 3-run double in between.
Brought back with bases loaded, though, a very tough opportunity for her to try to.
And that ball is absolutely clubbed, but foul.
Well, that's your typical home run swing right there, and she got every bit of that one. Robinson drills it. Unfortunately, it shags to the left side of the foul pole.
Just getting a little ahead of herself there on that long foul ball. The 1-1 changeup. This one's hit well to the gap and off the wall. Headed for second. The throw coming in will not be in time. A double, as I think Pluguez thought she got the tag down.
Well, we'll take a look at the replay here. When she turns the corner, I think she should have been held up, but this throw is perfect. And the sweep tag, I think, is where the tag is made. There's the bag now. Glove off. And hand underneath. She got her hand underneath. Nice slide.
Looked like it kind of did a sweep motion to go around the tag as we get here's a real nice angle of it here.
Yeah. She had the glove come up off the bag. It lifted the glove up a little bit. Actually got the hand down inside.
And the umpire right on top of that call as Callie Venable takes ball 1 as Jones County with the leadoff batter aboard once again. That one misses up for ball 2.
Well, again, this is an inning that they've got to shut it down quick. They cannot allow the continuous carousel to spin here for Jones. Otherwise, you get so far behind that you take yourself out of the game mentally as well.
So Carr's had 8 innings out there in the hot sun, slinging the ball, and she throws strike 1 there, now 2-1 to Callie Venable. As we mentioned, drew a bases-loaded walk, so an RBI the easy way for Venable back in the first. As Hallie Donald, the designated player, hit a 2-run double her first time is on deck. The pitch, that's hit a mile high on the infield. Palinelli coming over, third baseman, and hits on top of the Phoenix dugout.
Well, this team, we talked about them. In the 56 games, scored 477 runs this year. Team average of 362. They were on base 144%. Fifth, their slugging percentage, 576, 62 home runs. So Jones County, with only a few losses on the year, definitely knows how to put runs on the scoreboard.
The 2-2 to Venable is swung on and fouled off. You mentioned how many games Jones has played. Between these two teams, they combined for 105 wins. Jones County 53-3 coming into the championship game. Phoenix 52-8.
Shoot.
That is a lot of games in about a 3-month span? 3.5 months. The 2-2 to Venable is swung on, hit a mile high down the right side. First baseman in foul ground is Johnston for out number 1.
Well, when you look at a team that puts that many runs on the scoreboard and that many a game, the first thing you think of is how many they're averaging a game, and it's 8.5. So they're already ahead of schedule here. And so we mentioned last night 20 runs, and today already 7. They're way ahead of schedule on an 8.5 a game. And it's tough to play from that far behind. When you're down 1 or 2 or 3, it's not bad, but you get down 7, 8, it really hurts.
Hallie Donald will take a pitch outside for ball 1. Basically, anybody that gets on base from here on out for Phoenix has got to get in. You've got to scratch any opportunity. You got to scratch across any run you can. The 1-1 scurrying around about the changeup misses up. They'll throw down to third, and it's going to be thrown into left field. They're going to send her in, and there will not be a play.
Well, here's the problem there. You see her stealing. You know the play. The shortstop's coming over. She's got to get to the bag, and she didn't get to the bag in time. Now the throw goes underneath the shortstop.
And then the double clutch as well.
So it's a stolen base and then an E2, and unfortunately another run comes across the plate. The third baseman was coming in expecting a bunt, so the shortstop doesn't get there. She has to hold up and wait to make her throw. By the time she throws it, into left field it goes.
And the ball's behind third base, as you can see there on the replay. So an 8-0 lead, and here comes Heinz Mueller with the slow walk.
Basic member made that huge infield change of infielders the other night, trying to get something reorganized. But, the chat out here right now is, well, all right, we're down 8-0. Stop looking at the scoreboard. Get the out. Play your ABC ball. And let's try to go back in there and get a couple of runs at a time. That's all you can tell them. There's nothing else you can do.
And, the question for, Phoenix, who do you go to other than Carr? That's your ace. So, as the home plate umpire's coming to break the confab up.
And this is a tough one for this team because, like you said, they had won that big game. They had beat D-Mark. And then they had to face Jones last night, and Jones came out and just spanked him. No doubt about it. Then they, again, defeat D-Mark again today, and it's almost the same exact scenario. They come back, and Jones is already out front 8-0.
I think they were looking at the previous pitch from Donald if she went around. After the meeting broke, which was about 90 seconds after the previous pitch, they motioned down to the first base umpire, and they said they did not go.
Yeah, once the next pitch is thrown, that's it. You can't go back and discuss. I guess you can discuss it, but you can't argue the call.
And if you're Phoenix, you're looking for any kind of break, and if that means an 0-1 count instead of a 1-0 count, that's it then. Hallie Donald, as we mentioned, a 2-run single turned into a double when the throw came home. And the pitch to her is going to miss way upstairs for ball 2.
Well, again, now you got to calm down. You got to work the outs. You got to get 2 more. You got to get out of the inning. You got to get something going on offense, even if you have to play small ball to get it done.
The 2-0, hitting the inside corner, now 2-1.
A lot of people would think, why do you go up there and bunt and try to get somebody on. Maybe you bunt them around. Maybe you break the ice with the 1 run or so, but you got to do something.
Carr's 2-1 is low. Actually, that's ball 3 and now ball 4 as Donald aboard for the second time. That'll bring McKenna Sykes to the plate, who walked her first time up and again homered yesterday.
I think that might have been what they were discussing, Jason, was that a ball or a strike on that stolen pitch, so to speak.
So an 8-0 lead here for Jones, as they hope to put another crooked number up there. And the pitch to McKenna Sykes is low and in for a ball.
Sykes, a .390 hitter on the year, .610 slugging percentage. She's got some home run power with 7 of them so far this year. Has only struck out 11 times.
The 1-0 is a strike called. 1-1. I'm imagining whenever the flight is home, I would assume it'd be tomorrow for Phoenix, that both Carr and Palinelli are going to sleep the entire way home. They are going to be worn out. The 1-1. Swung on, hit down the right side, but that'll go foul. Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a long tournament, a long way to come. It's very warm. You're playing your heart out. And, hey, hats off to both squads. They're both here in the championship game. That alone is a huge accomplishment on a great season, whether you come in first or second. I'm sure you want the hardware, but, again, it's a great season.
The 1-2 from Carr swung on, hit down the line, foul again. Now, of course, we're talking about how warm it is. When you play in Phoenix, you should be used to it.
Well, as the gentleman next to me said, you get triple digits there, but he laughed and said, but it's a dry heat. I said 115 is 115. I don't care, dry heat or not.
As Palinelli looking into the dugout from Mueller to get the sign, and the 1-2 again is swung on, fouled out of play. So Sykes and Carr in a good battle here in the bottom of the second.
They need to place somebody over there in the other field because she sent 3 of them over to that other field already.
Get some of the youngsters here from Clinton say free Coke if you bring a foul ball back. Of course, they may run out of Coke.
Oh, really?
It's just an idea.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious.
No, I was
going to
posting
say, hold
a
on
theory.
a minute.
That is swung on and hit well to center field. Witten going back and is going to run out of room. It is a 2-run shot, and Jones County now up 10-0. Second homer in as many days for McKenna Sykes.
She got all of that one, no doubt about it. Fat of the bat, ball laid out in the middle of the plate. You'll see it here on the replay. And a real nice swing, and she plated it
to the deepest part of the park.
And the sad part about this is we have said that we have been told that this will go 7 innings no matter what. Boy, when it gets way up there again, I hate to see a team have to suffer like that for that long.
As number 30 is Faith Denton, the catcher. Well, we see some smiles and laughing out there despite the score.
Well, like I said,
they're in good spirits.
Is, hey, you got here. You were playing in the national championship. How many other teams can say that? None, because they're not here.
There's got to be hundreds, if not
I
thousands
think
of
we counted
teams.
The one time it was 144, I think, in Division II.
Okay.
Don't quote me on the exact number, but I think that's what it was.
Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Of course, there's a Division 1, 2, and 3,
right,
I believe, in the NJCAA.
So even, over 100 plus to be the last 2 surviving, so to speak, that is just a phenomenal feat by both of these squads.
Faith Denton struck out looking her first time. Change up, a good one, but missing. Denton was the first batter that Carr faced after Krosky could not get an out in that bottom of the first. Again, 7 in the first, 3 so far here in the second. Touchdown and a field goal. The pitch, she went upstairs, try to chase one. I guess she got excited by Sykes' homer and said, I'm going to try one. With the big swing up over her head there, it's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. So strikeout number 4 for Kiana Carr after coming in relief of Krosky.
Doing a nice job there on the hill. Like I said, she had to pitch that first game here to get them there. Now she's brought in here early. Faced a lot of trouble. Got another strikeout here and continues to battle this very tough Jones lineup.
As Gracie McCleskey was hit by a pitch. This is an interesting scorebook for Carr. She comes in, gets a K, then a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, another K, then a 3-run double, and then another K. That's about as up and down an outing in the first inning as you could get. The 1-0 is low and away for ball 2.
And she had to come in that inning with bases loaded. Already down 4-0.
So Carr trying to get a better grip on the softball there. Shuffling around in her hand, and the 2-0 pitch is coming home. It is upstairs for ball 3. Sixth batter of the inning here for Jones, who sent up 11 in that 7-run first. The 3-0 from Carr, missing, taking all the way, and a 4-pitch walk. McCleskey on for the second time.
So since she came on, so far 4 runs have crossed the plate with 3 strikeouts. One of those runs courtesy of a 2-run homer. And now she'll face McKinney, who struck out looking her first time up.
McKinney batting from the left side. And the first pitch she sees, he tries to lay the bunt down. The third baseman has it over to first in time for the out. Going 5-3, but Jones gets 3. They leave a runner on. We've played 2 innings here in our national championship game. It is all Jones County, 10-0. We'll be back in a minute here on NJCAA TV. Back here at Traceway Park in Clinton, Mississippi, where Phoenix will send up 9-1-2 here in the top of the third. Kara Golden, Mackenzie Witten, Heather O'Kelly trailing 10-0 here in the national championship game.
As you take a look at the scoreboard there, Phoenix, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Jones County, 10 runs, 3 hits, no errors. It's been a long first 2 innings already, as we've been out on the field for almost an hour. And, of course, one of that was courtesy of the first inning, where the Bobcats decided to send everybody to the plate and then some. We'll see what we can do here in the bottom of the third. Jason?
Thank you, sir. It'll be Kara Golden here in the top of the third, her first at bat. Then it'll be Mackenzie Witten and Heather O'Kelly. Needing something positive to happen here. Pitch squaring around a bunt, doesn't go. It is a strike.
This is an inning where Phoenix has to plate something. You've got to get some runners on board.
Corner infielders in. Robinson at third, Sykes at first. And swinging away and fouling it back is Kara Golden. It's now 0-2. And I don't think we mentioned it in this game, Phoenix has won, I believe, 8 national titles since the turn of the century. The pitch. Swung on, foul tipped, held on to for the strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Carly Perk, back to the top of the lineup with Mackenzie Witten.
And you are correct, it's been 8. Their last one came in 2012. They are here just about every year, but first time in a championship game in 6 years.
And from what we were saying earlier, Jones is yet to win one.
And that's right. They've been in it a couple of times.
That one's going to be a strike call to Mackenzie Witten, who grounded out to third her first time.
Matter of fact, this is their 3rd year in a row in the championship game. They've lost to LSU Eunice the last 2 years, who got defeated last night.
Pitch is swung on, chopper to the shortstop. She has it over to first in time. That'll go 6-3 for out number 2. That'll bring Heather O'Kelly to the plate. We were mentioning this last night with LSU Eunice. You know you've had a pretty good run in recent years when 4th is a down performance at the World Series. There's a lot of schools that would love to finish 4th.
Now, right now, as you see there on the replay, a little chop swing, trying to just get something going, get an infield single or through the hole there, playing a little small ball, trying to get some runners on board.
Pitch to Heather O'Kelly is up and in for ball 1. O'Kelly flew out to left her first at bat. Top of the third, and yes, if you're just tuning in, the score you see is correct. It is a 10-0 lead for Jones County, and we're only in the top of the third. The pitch is swung on, hit to left field. Nice piece of hitting there. A base hit to the opposite field for Heather O'Kelly.
Well, do whatever you can. Take a slap hit, half swing, check swing, whatever you want to call it. Try to get it over the infield, get it into the grass, get some base runners. The more base runners, the better opportunity for more runs scored. And so far, Phoenix has been unable to get anybody past second base in the game.
That's only their second hit in the ball game. As obviously with Krosky not in the game, it is now Kiana Carr batting in the number 3 spot. And she tries to lay the bunt down, and it's off the netting for strike 1.
They feel very confident about themselves bunting with 2 outs.
Notice we've got just a little bit of cloud cover here in Clinton. As one of them is covering up the sun at the moment. The pitch is swung on, a little slap, and a diving stop by the shortstop. Taylor Murphy laying out.
Look at this, folks. This is beautiful. A nice opportunity for Carr. She tries to just poke it and then diving and laying all the way out and making the grab at short for the final out of the inning. Beautiful play.
So 1 left on for Phoenix. That is 3 in the game. So we are through 2.5 to the bottom of the third we go. Jones County coming to bat with a 10-0 lead in the Division II National Championship game, which you are watching on NJCAA TV.
Dudley Sports, America's premier softball company, proud to be the official softball of the NJCAA. Dudley's collegiate softball used exclusively at all NJCAA softball championships and the NJCAA. Thanks, Dudley, for their continued support. To learn more about Dudley's lineup of softball products, visit www.dudleysports.com. Bottom of the third inning coming up here. Jason Thompson with the play-by-play.
Thank you, sir. Just realized, showing off my math skills just a minute here, I just realized that Jones County has now put up 30 runs on Phoenix in the last, I guess that'd be, 9 innings of action? Not even 9. They went 8 innings. And they get 3 more cracks at it. Again, as we mentioned earlier, there is no run rule in the championship game, so this game will go 7, or at the very least 6.5 in this case, with Jones being the home team. As Kelsa Lofton batting for the 3rd time today, bunt single, run scored in the first, and later in the inning, a 3-run double. So 2 hits, a run, and 3 RBIs in just 1 inning. That's a pretty good game for a lot of folks. The pitch is a strike call.
You're right there. It is a great game for a lot of hitters, and she had a great game last night as well. Plating runs, getting RBIs, hitting the ball, hitting the home run.
Pitch number 2 is off the plate, ball 1. Just want to give a shout out to these umpires here. Usually, we have to wait for the call, but I imagine umping in 90-degree weather might take a little bit out of you, so we'll just wait for the hand signal from the man behind the plate. The 1-1 to Lofton is low. Not only that, you're making the call, then you stand upright, then you got to bend back over.
This young lady at the plate, Lofton, she's one of those where they would put up the stats on TV, hitting against a certain team and what she's done to them, and she has really done a job.
Pitch is swung on and hit well to left field. This could be trouble. It is gone. Into the back of the grill out there that's cooking.
Talk about answering the call. We just started saying how well she's done and what she's done against this team. And she gets another solo shot here, her second one of the weekend against Phoenix.
Now a triple short of the cycle.
Yeah,
go with the bunt single and the 3-run double. Now a solo shot, so 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and it is an 11-0 lead for Jones. I don't know if I'd want to eat anything if that thing landed in a bucket of grease out there in that grill, or you won't be anywhere near the bucket as the grease might go flying. As number 14 is Taylor Murray, who has a walk, a run scored, and a strikeout, and she holds up. It is a strike to Taylor Murray.
Well, this one got out of hand early, and it continues to go that way. And right now, Jones basically coming to state, 2 years we've been here and haven't been able to get that first place trophy. We're coming, and if you're in our way, we're showing you the door quickly.
Again, a huge crowd here all over the place, all in the outfield. Obviously a heavy Jones contingent. We meant that it's about a 2.5-hour drive for them. A little farther for the folks from Phoenix. 20 hours and 14 minutes of driving time. That's according to MapQuest. 1,458 miles, give or take.
Now I know what he's doing up late last night with the hotel when the light was on his side of the room. He was map questing how far it was to Phoenix.
Actually, I think I did that this morning before we got here, but not sure what the holdup here is. I guess we're getting the count right, 2-1. No, I was just noticing, with Jones being so close, and then it was Phoenix and DMAC. I'm like, those two teams came a long way to be here. That swung on, hit to the right side. First baseman giving chase, but will run out of room as it hits the top of the Jones dugout. Now, both of those teams are going to walk home with hardware of some kind. But, yeah, right now the, fairly local team, Jones County, in position to hoist the big one here later on. Pitch swung on, and that is swatted down the left side. Foul.
Look out, James. That was a line shot at it.
Now, you can't hear our producer, James Crenshaw, but he about got the cobwebs rattled as that one almost hit the production van down the left side. Change up, line drive caught by the second baseman. That is Marissa Pluguez. So that'll be out number 1 here in the third, and it'll bring Emily Robinson to the plate.
She didn't have to move far, just moves over, lowers the glove a little bit, catches the line drive, and
even the outs are loud.
Yeah. Yes, they are. These girls can hit the ball.
Pitch to Robinson upstairs for a ball. We mentioned this in a previous broadcast. I used to work at the Mississippi Press in Pascagoula from 2000 to 2002, and one thing I can recall, all the high schools in Jones can play some softball. They're all either north, south, east Jones, west Jones, northwest Jones, and they can all play. Obviously, a good bunch of that talent has probably stayed home and is here in Clinton. It's now a 2-0 count to Emily Robinson. Pitch from Carr upstairs.
Well, like we said, this is their third time in 3 years back to back to be in the championship game. And this time giving no opportunity for anybody to take it away from them like it happened the last 2 years with LSU Eunice. All in the 7th inning at the end. One was by a home run, and I believe the year before that was by a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 7th. So both years taken right out of the grasp of their hands was the trophy. This year, though, saying, no, you're not even going to get your hand on it.
It's amazing how much Palinelli is smiling despite the score. The pitch, up and away for ball 4. As Carr is shaking her head, not sure where she's missing, but she is missing as Robinson is on for Callie Venable, who has a bases-loaded walk to her credit, an RBI, and a pop out to first in the second. So everybody that will bat this inning for Jones, it'll be their third plate appearance, and we're only in the third. Pitch to Venable is a strike.
We should be a lot farther down in the game with 3 times in the batting order already coming up for the third time. And, well, of course, you batted a few of them around twice in the first inning, so that helps.
The pitch is a strike called. It was 11 batters in the first and 7 more in the second. So Lofton, the leadoff batter, has now batted 3 times, as has Murray, Robinson, and Venable. The 0-2 to Venable is swung on, line drive, shortstop has it, will tag second for 1, over to first, that's a double play. And a little something to cheer about for the young ladies in yellow as they get out of the third inning, giving up only the solo shot to Kelsa Lofton. We're through 3 here in the national championship game. It is all Jones County, 11-0. And again, you are watching NJCAA TV. Back here at Traceway Park here in Clinton, where number 7, Carly Perk, getting her final warm-up tosses in, working on what looks like a 3-hit shutout, 2-hit shutout with a walk.
It'll be interesting to see if these pitchers decide not to throw many warm-up tosses in between, with the heat, and you start to, go longer and longer, and the more pitches thrown. Man, 2-3, and I'm ready to go. I'd say let's play.
Yeah, if I'm Kiana Carr, I don't know if I'd want to throw any warm-up tosses. I mean, that young lady has slung that right arm a ton today. It will be Dennis, Johnston, and Gill, 4, 5, and 6, here in the top of the 4th, in an 11-0 lead for Jones County. Pitch change-up, ripped to the left side, foul. Dennis struck out swinging in the second.
Well, she does have a home run in the tournament, a big one, and the crowd here from Phoenix trying to get behind their team right now, trying to get something going after the real nice double play on the infield to get them out of the inning.
Dennis, who turned that double play, as you mentioned, that last half inning, will pop one up and will fall harmlessly to the ground.
I think that caught a little bit of the netting before the catcher could get turned around and get to that one.
Again, it will be Dennis, Johnston, and Gill, the middle third of the Phoenix lineup here. The 0-2 swung on, hit a mile-high right side. Sykes giving chase and will put it away a couple feet from the fence. As Haley Johnston hit the very long single, about 2/3 away up the fence on the fly. back in the second inning. The pitch in the other batter's box for ball 1. 7 in the first, 3 in the second, a single tally in the third, as the ladies in black up 11-0 here in this national championship game. The 1-0 is hit a ton to right field. Right fielder giving chase and foul ground. Will put it away. So 2 outs in foul territory. That's Gracie McCleskey running that one down for out number 2.
Well, when you're hitting balls that way, Jason, and they're spinning to the right side of the foul line, means that either A, you're a little late, or you're not catching up with the outside pitch. And if that's the scenario, that is because Perk is doing a very nice job of keeping them in tight.
Young lady responsible for putting Phoenix in this title game is Tyler Gill. She bats from the left side and a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Hit the solo shot in a 1-0 win earlier.
We talked about her stance earlier, and you'll see once again that she goes up with the same stance as always, and that the pitcher, again, Perk, doing a job of keeping that pitch on the outside corner.
The pitch swung on, foul back. It's like that lead foot comes almost even with the back foot. It's like it starts out and then comes in as the ball is being released.
Yeah, she picks it up and swings it in and tries to put all the weight on the back hip and drive through the ball, but to try to get to an outside pitch, she's got to reach for that a little more.
The 1-2 changeup missing outside, and obviously Perk, listening to your broadcast, I think, Chuck, is she's trying to nibble on that outside corner.
She saw her the first time. That's how she struck her out. I mean, she knows exactly where she's planted. Catcher's job, too, would be able to signal where that foot is at and how to pitch to her.
Perk with the 1-2. Missing way upstairs, now 2-2.
And the coach, of course, is the one calling the signals from the bench. You can see him do the hand signs right there on the corner of the dugout, giving those to his catcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out here in the top of the 4th. The pitch from Perk is up and away, a full count. Perk has walked only 1 today to go with her 3 strikeouts and only 2 base hits allowed.
Well, if I'm reading these signals correctly, and I'm guessing fastball here, 3-2.
The payoff, missing the outside corner, now ball 4. So Gill on for the first time today, as Cherish Palinelli walked her first time, and I believe we're going to see a courtesy runner here for the DP Gill, as number 10 goes trotting out there. That's Jessica Malice, played right field earlier today.
4th base runner here for the Bears in the game. They had 2 runners in the second, 1 runner in the third, and this is their 4th base runner here in the 4th.
And Palinelli walked in the second inning in her previous at bat. The pitch is hit high and out of play toward the right side. 0-1. The 0-1 is low, and he gets away from the catcher. I guess we could call that a pass ball as Malice advances.
Notice, Jason, if you look straight out in center field, all the way out there underneath the tree there, it's a couple that came in on a golf cart. Have themselves a real nice view out there in center field.
And that's a good segue to this. I just happened to notice that there's some Jones County folks on the bleachers on the opposite field to our right, all the way at the top step, because there's not a lot of real estate as the Jones coaches to the right are voicing displeasure on a pitch that misses despite being up 11-0. The 2-1 is swung on. That's ripped to left center. That's going to one-hop the fence. That'll bring in a run. Palinelli is gunning for second. The throw coming in will not be in time. So the 2-out double from Palinelli. And Phoenix on the board here. It's 11-1.
Well, it gives their crowd something to cheer about. That was a beautiful hit. She laced it right into left center field. You see the throw is not going to be close, and Palinelli gets things going here in the 4th inning. They finally get their first run on the scoreboard.
As Valerie Holguin will take a strike, as that's a second, only 2 runs in 10 innings of work against this Jones squad. Of course, they lost 20-1 yesterday. Pitch hits the inside corner for strike 2. Holguin can't believe it. You can see the reaction there. Still shaking her head. I'm imagining if it's anywhere near the plate, you better be swinging here.
Yep.
The pitch from Perk is swung on and fouled out of play.
You're right, Jason. It's tough, too. You're down by a ton, and, you're up at the plate. You're trying to make sure that you get a good pitch to swing at. Maybe it's a pitch that's a little tight or a little tough, and the umpire calls a strike against you. Doesn't help any.
You got to be thinking, we just cannot catch a break today. Holguin with the 0-2 pitch is swung on, fouled out of play to the right.
Well, as our producer James Crenshaw mentioned, when they got down early, now you've got to make sure. Everything has to go almost perfect for you through the rest of the game to get back in it. You got to make the outs, you got to put runners on, you got to score.
Pitch swung on, ground ball. The shortstop has it over to first. Low throw, picked out of the dirt for the 6-3 put out. That's Murray to Sykes on the 6-3. So we are halfway home here in this Division II National Championship game. It is all Jones County 11-1. And again, you're watching it on NJCAA TV. Back to the action here at Traceway Park here in Clinton, Mississippi, where Jones County, flip the scorebook over. There we go. Jones County will send up batters 5, 6, and 7, and Donald Sykes in Denton in an 11-0 lead here for them over Phoenix. Jones with 6 base hits. And Phoenix with, looks like 3 singles in the 2nd, 3rd, and the double in the 4th.
Not a whole lot of work there, but they do pick up their first run. And, on a positive note, that helps. But we'll see if they can get it going here. They need a quick inning, though, defensively. They need a 1-2-3.
Shame that camera shot couldn't see that, as I think it's Dennis and Pluguez out there jamming to the Spice Girls. The funny thing is, I don't even know if they were alive when the Spice Girls were in their heyday in the mid to late 90s. It would be close. They'd have to be rocking around in the crib to the Spice Girls, but they're still staying positive, having fun, laughing.
I don't know if anybody admits that they rock out to the Spice Girls, though, do they? Sorry.
If you're a middle school girl back in the day, maybe. Of course, Mrs. David Beckham amongst them. Of course, she doesn't have to dance around with the Spice Girls anymore.
Nope.
David can just collect those checks. It is Donald, Sykes, and Denton here in the bottom of the 4th, 5, 6, and 7. As Kiana Carr has got to be awfully close to exhaustion with how much he's had to work out there. And that one's going to miss up and away. And like I said, they don't have a dome here in Clinton. So we're out here in the elements, and she is smack dab in the middle of it on that mound. Pitching, I believe this is inning number, 11 today for her? Outside.
She threw 2 last night and basically is thrown into this game all the way. Plus she had 7 in the last game.
And
so
the 2-0 tries to hold up her swing, but yes, she went around. Palinelli asked, but the home plate umpire said, "Yep, I saw it."
Yeah, she
2-1.
Definitely. You can see it there on the replay. She swung all the way through.
The 2-1 pitch missing outside. 2-2.
It's a nice pitch. Man, she's really struggling. That last ump she had, she really liked because she was really going to town, but struggling a little bit with this one, trying to get that edge.
As McKenna Sykes waits on deck, the 2-2 pitch missing in. Actually, it must have been a 3-2 pitch. And for the third time today, Donald aboard with now her second walk to go with her 2-run double. McKenna Sykes has a walk and a run scored and a 2-run homer in the second. As I believe we will have a runner for Donald. As number 9 comes out of the dugout, that's Natalyn Hasty, Natilyn Hasty.
And Sykes is coming to the plate. Sykes with a homer the last time up, Jason. She's already scored 2 runs today. She, courtesy of a walk that she scored in the first inning on the trip around the carousel, so to speak. So
and that's at least 2 homers for Sykes in this tournament. She must like being on the internet.
Yeah.
In our broadcast here. That one's going to miss up and away for ball 1.
And don't forget, if you want to check out any of the replays or any of the great plays or the home runs, on your scoreboard, the hashtag at NJCAA Fast Pitch.
Pretty good segue there. That is swung on and fouled out of play, 1-1 to Sykes.
Although I do prefer the term hash brown, NJCAA Fast Pitch.
Hash brown?
That's my favorite from the ESPN crews.
Making me hungry for Waffle House over there. Scattered, covered, chunked, and capped are my favorites. That one's low as Palinelli keeps it in front of her, but that's going to be a wild pitch as Hasty will take second. Speaking of NJCAA, I believe my colleague to my left will be in Enid, Oklahoma. Was it next week?
Yep.
Next weekend for the Division II Baseball Championships.
And back to Enid for a third time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Boy, a beautiful facility and a lot of fun for that.
And that is absolutely murder to left field. Look out. A 2-run shot as it finds its way in between 2 of the tents out there.
That is the type of home run. As soon as you see the swing and you hear the crack of the bat, you know it's out of here. And that went out fast. Line drive.
That's called a no-doubter, folks. It is now 13-1.
You know how they do that exit velocity now in the major leagues, of how fast the ball comes off the bat and exits the stadium? I'm going to guess that was over 100 mile an hour going out of this ballpark because she smoked it. Woo! And back-to-back for her and her third in the last 2 days.
And like I said, as the home plate umpire looks to break up the meeting, ladies from Phoenix staying positive out there. We're still seeing some smiles. I think part of that is they're resorted to the fact that
they know
this one is not going to go our way, but
yep,
we're going to enjoy this experience and get everything out of it.
That's exactly it. Hey, let's enjoy it while we can. Let's play the way we can and do what we can. But right now we know it's not going our way, and pretty happy about getting some hardware on their trip out here.
You're going to have to make some room in a very very crowded trophy case back home.
Well, the other thing is too, they were, a swing of the bat away from losing the game last game. So, big props to them getting here for that.
The 1-0, and that's going to plunk Denton in the knee. And I'm going to imagine with Denton being a catcher, we're going to see a runner for her.
The home run was the win of the last game for Phoenix. I mean, it could have went the other way. Des Moines would have collected 1 or 2 hits and then a run. could have went the other way. So, they're thankful that they're here in the championship game.
Now, interesting that they're not going to send in a runner for Denton here, the catcher.
Yeah,
as McCleskey to the plate as time is called. And I think the issue here is, we had this in a game earlier, is that did she make an attempt to get out of the way? And I think that was some of the displeasure we may have been hearing to our left.
Well, maybe.
Then you add to the fact that they're down 13-1. You're hoping to get that call.
Let's see if we can take a look at a replay here. Did she make a move or didn't she would be the question. But I thought she did lean a little bit.
That's Heinz Mueller, the Phoenix coach.
I thought she did make an attempt, Jason. It looked like she tried to sidestep it, and it hit her in the foot. So
I think it was Gill, I believe, in the Phoenix game, batting from the left side when it hit her in the elbow guard, and they didn't give her first base.
Well, that was legitimately, she didn't move. I mean, she stuck the elbow guard out there to take it.
Yeah. That one's going to be low for a ball.
But when a pitch is coming down low and it's coming at your foot and you try to kind of jump step to get out of the way, that's all you can do. And if it still hits you, well, it's a hit batsman.
Pitch to McCleskey. I don't know if I've ever heard Amazing Grace out of a dugout. Now, that's quite interesting.
That's new. I've always said that what I like about broadcasting softball is the music and the noises and the chants and everything that comes out of the dugouts. I think it's awesome how they stay in the game.
Scoreboard reads 1-2. I had it 2-1, so we'll see here. McCleskey takes one up and away. So I had 3-1, so we'll see what the home plate umpire says. Apparently must be 2-2. He wouldn't. Yeah, he's not correcting what the scoreboard says. So the 2-2 to McCleskey is swung on. That's hit well to right center. Outfielder's going back, and it'll hit the ball. Runner headed to third. A play to second will not be in time, so that's going to be a double by the number 8 batter, Gracie McCleskey, who missed a home run by maybe about 4 feet out there, 4 or 5 feet.
Denton, who was hit by the pitch, was going as quick as she could, rounding second base and going to third, and the throw come in. Unfortunately, didn't hit any of the cutoffs, so it just rolls to the third baseman, hence the reason why McCleskey's there on second. Denton now at third, and again, Jason, here we go again with another inning. They just cannot buy an out.
You would think in a 13-1 score that everybody in Jones's lineup has reached base. Simone McKinney, the only one who hasn't, the number 9 batter, with a strikeout and a ground out as she fouls one off the netting.
She went running through that box. I thought she was going to go shake hands with the pitcher there. Again, there is a little bit of line there that's so the umpire can still see it. I don't know where she was when she come out of the end of that swing at that ball, but boy.
I think McKinney may have realized what we were just talking about her not reaching base. She wants to join the hit parade as well as she fouls one off.
So that ball goes to the souvenir box. It's off the 10th. And wake up.
Team IP, the merchandise sponsor. They do a lot of high school sports. They do the FHSAA in Florida. Ground ball past the diving third base and shortstop into left. They will send one runner in. A runner will hold at third, and McKinney in trouble. Throw down, and I think it hits her in the hind end. And that'll bring another runner in. And that's the kind of day it's been for Jones County. Line drive off the backside.
Single and RBI, then she tries to throw over to first, and she hit the runner, and that allows the ball to escape a little bit and allows the second run to come across the plate.
As Heinz Mueller is giving the home plate umpire some business here. That'll make it 15-1 as 4 have scored here in the bottom of the 4th. So I guess you technically call that an error when a ball hits the runner in the back end.
An error. I mean, you throw it over there, it does kind of hit the runner, and
Don't know. McKinney was kind of out there in no man's land there. It's like she was daring them to throw. They did. And it hit her in the backside. So now everyone in the lineup has reached. It is now 15-1, and unfortunately, as we mentioned earlier, there is no run rule in the championship game. As Kelsha Lofton batting for the 4th time, so she's batted in every inning today. The pitch is a ball. Lofton with a bunt single in the first, 3-run double in the first. Actually, she didn't bat in the second, my mistake. A solo homer in the third. So 4 plate appearances today for Lofton. Needs a triple for the cycle. But a triple in fast-pitch softball is awfully tough to do.
Yeah, you really...
That'd have to be a case where an outfielder dives for a ball and can't come up with it.
Right.
Yeah. Only because of the relatively short dimensions, 200 feet or somewhere thereabouts. That one missing outside.
Although they do list some triples on their fields, but depending on where they are. There have been diamonds I've been at that have been 225, which would be a possibility to get a triple there.
The pitch to Lofton. That is hit well to right field. The right fielder going back up to the fence, and it is gone. As the green umbrella is victim, but it must be a Jones fan. They don't mind. They're up and clapping. A 2-run shot. And the hit parade continues. 17-1. And again, 6 straight batters have reached and have all scored.
2 home runs for that young lady back-to-back, plus the double, plus the single to start. 3 runs scored. She has had a field. I'll bet her average against Phoenix right now is about 800 plus.
So she's 4 for 4 with the single, the double, the 2 home runs, joining McKenna Sykes in the multi-homer department. And
she's 4 for 4 in this one. She was 3 for 4 the other night, so she's 7
and
for
again,
8.
This is a case where else do we go? It's Carr, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. At this point, I would give one of the freshmen maybe some time on the mound. That you're down by so many anyway. I don't think it's going to change the story. The sad part about it is that you've got to make them play to 7 innings.
Is Taylor Murray 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Pitch to Murray. That one is clubbed to left field. The left fielder drifting over, and the park will hold this one. As Kara Golden, I'd say about maybe 5 feet from the fence, hauls it in for finally out number 1 here in the 4th.
Yeah, they're getting ready to bat around again here in the inning. They got 2 more batters before they start them over again.
Yeah, and with only 1 out, they obviously will bat around for the 2nd time in the game. Emily Robinson will take strike 1. You start to wonder if Kiana Carr is going to start getting a little more inside pitches and outside pitches, because the outcome is no longer in doubt in this one, but not that time. 1-1.
Catcher asking the umpire, and he's telling her where it's at now, and
Carr's 1-1, missing up for ball 2.
That ball's starting to rise a little bit more each time. Jason on the rise ball, a little more out of the zone. Said, I think at this point, laboring and getting very tired on the hill.
Can't even imagine how many pitches Carr's thrown today in this heat. The pitch is swung on. Got a piece of the catcher, Palinelli. She appears to be all right. It's now 2-2. Again, 7 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 6 more in the 4th. Can't help but wonder what type of strategy could they be talking about in a 17-1 game. The 2-2. That one is ripped to right center. That's going to get down for a very long single. And Robinson aboard for the 4th time.
Well, unofficially, I have about 90 pitches thrown since she's come on, but I may not be, I may be within 4 or 5.
And that's just this game.
That's just this game.
Well, if anything, she's going to have one heck of a story to tell kids and grandkids down the line. She can tell them how tough their mom and grandma was. The pitch. Strike 1.
So Venable, the 9th batter, in the lineup here in the order. And actually the 4th batter in the order, but the 9th one coming to the plate in this inning.
The pitch missing upstairs. Venable is actually 0 for today with a pop out and a ground out, but did draw a bases loaded walk and scored a run, so she has contributed some. But looks like she's the only one without a base hit in the lineup today. Actually, Murray doesn't either. She's 0 for 3, but has also walked 2. As Palinelli's going to call a timeout and maybe go out there and tell Kiana Carr another joke.
She's going to tell her, well, Kiana, you've thrown over 100 pitches.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Or, yeah. Thinking maybe what'll they eat at the hotel tonight or whatever, as here comes Heinz Mueller.
Was this the...
I think he's coming out here to bring Carr some water, which I think that's definitely earned by Carr. Normally I would think umpires would frown upon this, but I think they're definitely understanding of the situation here.
Well, I was surprised that there wasn't, I know they do it for Little League and stuff like that, and Dixie Youth, and they have that heat break. I was surprised that they didn't have maybe one little longer one, but the coaches both, understand all they did was bring her some water. They didn't do anything wrong, and again, it's another long inning for this young lady on the hill as she is facing her 9th batter in the order. So,
all right, the infielder's not even looking. Okay, we're ready to get back to action. Oh, there's water out there too. So apparently the outfielders aren't getting any love today. So no water for the outfielders. So they may have to discuss that later. I'm like, what about us out here? We're working hard out here.
Another 20.
We don't have any shade out here in the outfield.
20 minutes plus on this inning alone again.
The pitch is low. I believe that'll make it 3-1.
3 balls and a strike, and Venable with a ground out, a fly out, and a walk today, and a run scored.
The pitch is off the inside of the plate, and that'll be a walk. And it looks like we're going to see, number 9, Madeline Hasty, who went in to run earlier in the 4th, will now bat. So I guess Hasty will now be the designated player in place of Hallie Arnold, who had a double and 2 runs scored. Actually, 1 run scored as Hasty scored the last time. Want to know the count to Madeline Hasty. I'm guessing they're twins, her and Brianna. She's choking up on that bat a little bit. The pitch is off the plate. The throw down, and they got the runner in a rundown to throw down to third, and they're going to get her. And we might get a double play out of it. No, safe on that one. That'll go, I guess, 2-6-5 on the plate of Robinson. Nice strong throw as Palinelli was on a knee when she fired that down.
Yeah, that was a really nice throw.
And it got caught in no man's land there.
Good tag on the shoulder before the hand gets underneath.
For out number 2, the pitch. It's a strike. Count is now 1-2 to Madeline Hasty, who does have a run. Again, she scored in a pinch running situation earlier in this inning. This is batter number 10, the pitch. Went a round, and that should be out number 3, and it is. But another big inning, a 6-run 4th for Jones, and after 4 innings, it is 17-1 here in the NJCAA Division II National Championship game, which you're watching here on NJCAA TV. And we're back here in Clinton, Mississippi, where it looks like we will have a new pitcher for Jones. Number 20 is Hallie Donald. She's the designated player.
So Donald will now pitch.
And since the designated player was batting for the pitcher, so Donald obviously will not be batting anymore, as Hasty went into her spot last inning. So again, 7 in the first, 3 in the second, a single tally in the third, 6 more in the fourth. Have the ladies in black up 17-1 as they close in on their first ever national softball championship.
Haley, a freshman, appeared in 24 games this year, started 7, went 12-0, 2 saves. And she had 85 innings of work, gave up just 53 hits, 18 runs, 13 against her, 12 walks, and 63 strikeouts. Her ER, Jason, 1.07. There is not a pitcher on this squad that is higher than 2. I mean, they have an amazing pitching staff here for Jones.
Now, if softball in Mississippi JUCO is half as good as it is in football, that is an incredible feat.
Yeah.
Actually did the national championship football game where East Mississippi won yet another national title. I believe that is number 5 for them. As a left-handed hitting Kara Golden will lead things off. She struck out in her previous at-bat and only other at-bat, and that one gets past catcher for ball 1. It looks like we have a new catcher as well for Jones. Number 13 is Bailey Gilbert. So an entirely new battery here for Jones County. And Golden hits one, left side, left fielder giving chase, and we'll run out of room. Hopefully our cameraman is still with us. Very close. There is no hazardous duty pay, so you got to be sure to move. The 1-1 here to Kara Golden is a strike called.
Also, Jason, new third baseman, number 10, and for Jones as well. So some changes made on the infield here at the end of the game.
Angel Guyton is number 10 for Jones County. That one up and away for ball 2. It is still Venable at second base. We see her number 12 out there.
Yeah, still Murray at short.
The 2-2 swung on, fouled back.
And at first base is now number 19.
Hi.
19 is Nancy Williams playing first base. She takes McKenna Sykes' place, who's had an awfully productive day with 2 home runs.
And Jones able now to get in all of the girls off the bench there and give them some playing time here in this game.
You'd imagine all of them will get an at-bat here in the next couple innings. Oh, as Golden gets plunked in the back. That was a bad thud. She's going to take her time getting down there. That hit her dead square in the back.
Yeah, that was a really tough pitch to get hit by. Comes in on her and spins and turns. She tried to get out of the way, and she gets plunked right in the back. Right there. Ooh, boy, that was really close to the neck area, lower neck area.
It did get up there a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, right up. Oh. So hopefully she's okay. They're taking her time. They're going to go out and chat with his pitcher.
Definitely a short discussion.
Yeah, don't hit anybody else.
Yeah, I can imagine that's probably about it.
Please don't hit anybody else.
As Mackenzie Witten. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You feel bad as a pitcher when you pluck somebody. At least I always thought my pitchers did. I don't know, maybe not.
As Witten with a pair of ground outs will take strike one. Ground out to third in the first, ground out to short in the third. Phoenix has had base runners. They've left 4 on today. That one is popped into left field, and that ball will drop for a base hit and almost gets past the left fielder, McKinney.
Yeah, she tried to play that on a short hop with a backhand, and that ball hit low enough that it almost stayed low enough to get under her glove and keep rolling. But luckily she got the bounce, and it pops into the glove.
A lot of spin on that ball. As Heather O'Kelly flew out in the first and then singled in the third. Squares around a bunt, gets it down. Third baseman has it, fires over. Not in time as Venable couldn't get over there in time. That'll be an infield hit. Just like that, the base is loaded here for Phoenix.
You know, this is what I said earlier, and maybe it's too late now, but try to play some small ball and at least produce some runs and get some runners moving around the bases, make them stay out there a little longer. Their innings have been pretty quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, no more than 5 batters at any one point.
And like I said, Venable's playing in her normal spot. That's a long way to get over there, and just could never find the bag on the throw. The pitch to Carr is up for a ball. Number 10 is Guyton playing in for a play at the plate. Pitch to Carr is a swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher briefly.
Fouled off.
Again, Golden at third, Witten at second, and O'Kelly at first for Phoenix. The pitch is chopped to the third baseman. They'll come home with it. It'll go 5-2 on the fielder's choice. As Caitlin Dennis at the plate. Dennis with a strikeout and a pop out to first her last time. Pitch to Dennis is low and in for ball one. Phoenix looking for anything to hang their hat on here, as just about nothing is going right here in this national championship game. The pitch is a chopper. Second base will have it, flip to short, covering for one, over to first, not in time. They will get a run out of it. It'll go 4-6 as Carr is forced out. But the fielder's choice does plate Witten to make it 17-2. Runners now at the corners as O'Kelly took third on the play, as Haley Johnston coming up with 2 down.
There's a good execution there by the second baseman. The only play she had, flipped to short, tried to turn the double play, but the runner just a little too quick to get down the bag.
The pitch, low. And again, no run rule in the national championship game, so instead of this game possibly being over with this at bat, we will have to go 6.5. The pitch popped up mile high on the infield. First baseman will make the catch for out number 3. That is Nancy Williams. So Phoenix does get 1, but they leave 2. They have left 6 on in the ball game. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th when we get back. Jones County up big 17-2 here in the Division II National Championship game, which you're watching here on NJCAA TV.
Dudley Sports, America's premier softball company, is proud to be the official softball of the NJCAA. Dudley's collegiate softball is used exclusively at all NJCAA softball championships and the NJCAA. Thanks, Dudley, for their continued support. To learn more about Dudley's lineups of softball products, visit www.dudleysports.com. Well, a big outburst, 17-2. Jason is our lead here as we get set for the bottom of the 5th.
All right, and it looks like number 13 is Gabby Fendrick. She's going in for Kara Golden, who got plunked in the back, so looks like Golden's day is going to be done. Gabby Fendrick, number 13, is the new left fielder.
And it looks like Kiara going to stay on the mound here, Kiana, I'm sorry, is going to stay on the mound here for Phoenix. I thought they would say, okay, enough is enough, but apparently they're going to let her go to the end.
Well, there's nobody on that bench. It was Palinelli, Malice, and Fendrick, the only other players on the squad, and they've all gone in, so.
That is true.
Or unless, I don't think Gill's a designated player, so she was already in. And I guess the designated player could come in to pitch. As again, Williams, number 19, Nancy Williams went in the field the last half inning. She will now bat here in this bottom of the 5th. So it's Williams. I was going to say Denton, but it's now Gilbert, the catcher. So Gilbert will bat after her in the bottom of the 5th, and then Gracie McCleskey. So it is 6, 7, and 8 for the Lady Bobcats, closing in on that first national title. And the pitch from Carr up and away for ball 1. Pitch is a strike. That'll even it at 1-1. That's a big swing and a miss there, 1-2. I believe we will show you the post game. I don't think you'll hear anything from us, but we'll keep the cameras rolling where you'll get to see the hoisting of the trophy, where we call it a tournament here. The pitch way upstairs, now 2-2.
Looks like Jones is finally, after 3 years, going to take home the hardware pending a disaster here in the last 2 innings.
The 2-2 pitch, she checks her swing. Palinelli's asking for help, and the first base umpire says no. So it'll be 3-2.
She laughs. She's like, I tried. And she did. She tried to get it, but it wasn't going to happen.
The payoff pitch is low for ball 4. The leadoff runner has reached base in every inning, and every inning that runner has scored. Lofton in the first, Robinson in the second, Lofton again in the third, and then Hasty running for Donald in the fourth as a strike called there to Bailey Gilbert, her first at bat.
You mentioned who do you think they would bring on? Well, Gill does pitch. She's the only other one, and as the DP, she could come in.
That one is hit a ton down the left field line, and it is foul. Even some of these strikes are loud.
Man, she hit it really, really well. Gilbert with a nice poke there.
Coming in off the bench, by the way, to almost get a home run. The 0-2 is low. Nice block there by Palinelli. Keep the ball in front of her. It's now 1-2. Pitch is hit a mile high on the infield. Second baseman underneath it, calling for it, and will put it away. That's Marissa Pluguez for out number 1. As Gracie McCleskey actually scratched that. Another pinch hitter be number 5, Meg Martin, will bat for McCleskey here in the 5th. So it looks like Brianna Hasty, Sarah Brock, Madison Burge are the lone 3 Jones players not to get in this ball game.
Well, Martin, a freshman who hit 250 on the year, appeared in 19 games, 24 plate appearances.
Martin will bat here for McCleskey, who doubled and has scored twice with a hit by pitch and also walked when missing for ball 1. The pitch swung on and fouled out of play to the right. So a large majority of this crowd here today counting down the outs to celebrate history here in Clinton, Mississippi. The 1-1 to Martin. That one is hit down the right field line, but it will fall foul by just a few feet. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, the Jones people, Jason, been waiting for this now 3 years. Like I said, the last 2 years they thought they had it wrapped up a couple different times, but LSU Eunice came back and took it right out from underneath them. This year though, a different story.
And another 1-2 pitch to Martin. That's hit a mile high on the infield. Third baseman underneath it will call it and will put it away. That's Valerie Holguin for out number 2. As Phoenix, for the first time today, is hoping to keep Jones off the scoreboard. No goose eggs in their line score yet.
Yeah, they needed a quick inning, but they needed that quick inning about 3 innings ago, and unfortunately they have not been able to do it.
As Simone McKinney with an RBI single and a run scored her last time. The pitch is off the plate for ball 1. McKinney with a strikeout looking in the first, ground out to third in the second to go with that RBI single and run score, so she's 1 for 3. Pitch swung on and a line drive caught at the shoe tops by second baseman Marissa Pluguez. So for the first time today, a goose egg in the line score for Jones County. We are through 5. We'll go to the top of the 6th in a game that has been all Jones County. 17-2. Again, you're watching the NJCAA Division II national title game here on NJCAA TV. And we're back here at Traceway Park where the substitutions continue for Jones. Number 22 is Sarah Brock, now in right field. So according to my count, only Madison Burge and Brianna Hasty, the only two yet to get into the game. So your outfield now, McKinney, Lofton, and Brock. It is Guyton, Murray, Venable, Williams across the infield. Gilbert behind the dish, and Hallie Donald, I almost said on the mound, but in the pitcher circle for the Lady Bobcats. The top of the 6th will bring up 6, 7, and 8 in Gill, Palinelli, and Holguin here in the 6th. So Jones County down to 6 more outs.
Getting a stat on the young lady that has pitched for Phoenix in the tournament. She's over 680 pitches for the tournament. She's got a little over 200 today here alone.
Someone has earned a date in a hot tub for about 2 days. The pitch is low for a ball.
More than a hot. She's going to lead a, what do they call that, an ice bath for a long time. Whew, that's a lot of pitch.
That one is popped up on the infield. First baseman charging, and can't get to it, but it rolls foul.
Yeah, she had no choice there. She wasn't going to get there. I think they kind of lost it off of the bat right here. You see her, she's charging. She knows she's not going to make it. Once it hits the dirt, then she decides I'll let it roll, and she gets the benefit of that roll.
So Jones getting all the breaks today as they get the lucky roll foul. Tyler Gill with a strikeout and a walk. Malice ran for her and scored the run in the 4th. Now 2-1. Tyler spelled Tylor. Again, the hero of the previous game with that solo home run. The pitch is swung on, and I believe it hit her in the foot. First base umpire helping out the man behind the plate. He saw it first.
Right off the ankle, and she knew it too as she tried to come out of the box, and you'll see it spin down, and bam.
Actually, may not have been the foot, may have been the ankle area or the leg.
Yeah.
But she's going to get back in there with a 2-2 count. 2-2's swung on and foul tipped at the plate.
So they're working with their last 6 outs here in the championship game and have produced just 2 runs in this game alone.
Another 2-2, swung on, fouled out of play behind us. Again, it'll be Gill, Palinelli, Holguin. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 here for Phoenix.
The catcher flips off the mask and turns around and looks at you, and you're under a tent, and there's a foul ball coming your way. That's
change up.
Scary.
Backstamp by the shortstop, long throw across, and they're going to get her. My goodness, what a play there by Taylor Murray on the backhand. Long throw across to Williams for the 6-3.
And the Williams stretch, look at this dig over there at first. I mean, she stretches big time.
Got her by about a half a step.
Whew.
That was a
great play
to the plate here. Now 5 outs away for Jones.
And if Williams isn't like 6'3", 6'4", she doesn't make that stretch.
That one low and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 hitting the inside corner, now 1-1. I think Palinelli's probably smiled more for Phoenix than anybody on this squad, despite squatting, coming up and down hundreds and hundreds of times behind the plate, wearing all that catcher gear in this heat. The 1-2 pitch is inside, nearly hit her. It's 2-2. Valerie Holguin waiting on deck for Phoenix. I believe everybody on the Phoenix squad has played in this one. Ground ball. Nice play by the shortstop over to first in time. Look what I found. On another 6-3 play.
That's that snow cone snag there as that ball come up on the perfect hop into the glove. I mean, she just stuck the glove out, and there it is. I've got it. I'll make the play.
Number 20 is Valerie Holguin. She's 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the second. Grounded out to short in the fourth. The pitch is popped up and behind the backstop. Again, it is all Jones County here today, 17-2 here in the Division II national title game. The pitch is off the plate, 1-1. As Donald holding a smile there, she fields the ball. She thought she had a strike there, but all she has to do is look at that scoreboard. The pitch is swung on and missed, 1-2. Again, Phoenix with single tallies in the fourth and fifth. Pitch is swung on, chopped foul at the plate for Jones. It is 7-3, 1, 6, and 0.
It's a carousel today. Again, after last night, same thing. You know, they continued to plate runs. It was just.
And when it's swung out of play, so that's 37 runs in their previous two games here with Phoenix.
And Phoenix has only plated the 3 runs total.
Hallie Donald's 1-2 pitch is popped up. Second baseman underneath it, Venable coming in and will make the catch for out number 3. So for the second time today, a 1-2-3 inning by the Jones County defense. So we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Jones County comfortably out in front, 17-2 here in the Division II National Championship game, which you're watching here on NJCAA TV.
Keep up with the latest news and updates regarding NJCAA sports by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association at www.njcaa.org. So most likely the final 3 outs here for Jones County as they come to the plate. Jason?
Thank you, sir. As Brianna Hasty in a pinch hitting role, missing upstairs for ball 1, as it looks like everybody outside of Madison Burge has gotten into the game, so maybe Burge pitches the 7th. That way everybody will have gotten into the game for Jones. The pitch is up and away for ball 2. Again, all the Phoenix players, all 13 of them have gotten into the game. The 2-0 is a strike from Kiana Carr, who is going to end up with 13 innings pitched today.
over 200-plus pitches thrown.
Big swing and a miss there for strike 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts so far for Carr. As Taylor Murray will bat for the 5th time. Surprisingly looking for her first hit. A walk and a run scored in the first, then a strikeout, then a line out to second, and a fly out to left as she takes strike 1.
Well, again, Kiana did a job that nobody else could have done in the last game, and then she comes in this one in a tough spot. She had a couple of tough innings here in this one, but it was already behind when she got in, and it's hard to come back in that type of a situation.
Ball is up and away for, I believe you have a 1-1 count here to Taylor Murray. And a big swing and a miss there makes it 1-2. And it looks like Angel Guyton, number 10, actually she went in a couple innings ago at third base, so Guyton will be the batter and not Robinson on deck. The pitch is swung on, ground ball, and there's her first hit through the 5-6 hole. I believe that is hit number 12 for Jones County.
Yeah, they've got a dozen now, and they have just, 17 hits last night and 12 more today. That's usually a week's worth of hits, not just 2 games.
So Robinson's day is done with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored as Guyton takes strike 1. So I guess the only question left is whether Burge will get in the game. She is a pitcher, so it would make sense if she pitches the 7th, but we will wait and see. The pitch is up and away. Throw back down from her knee, Palinelli. But Murray back in safely.
She may come out for the 7th, but she did pitch in last night's game, so she may be done.
The 1-1 off the plate. It is 2-1. And if you're tuning in and you're seeing the score and you're wondering why we're still playing, there is no run rule in the national championship game. The pitch, swing and a miss. You see chased one upstairs. It's now 2-2.
Yeah, that one definitely out of the strike zone. Almost got the top of the bat in the hand as well on the swing there, but she does foul it off.
Change up, gets past Palinelli, and a wild pitch will take Murray to second. So unfortunately, an inning-ending double play most likely now off the table. The payoff pitch is strike 3 called.
You talked earlier about the umpire kind of waiting or being sold on a walk to first as they head down. She started to go down. He wasn't sold that time, and he calls strike 3.
As Callie Venable to the plate. Venable 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Venable with the bases loaded walk in the first, so she does have an RBI as that one missing up. So actually Venable without a base hit. But everybody in the lineup has either a hit or a run scored, and in many cases both. The 1-0 to Venable, she goes upstairs for 1. Fouls it off as Donald, because she's back pitching, is in the on-deck circle. But again, needs Callie Venable to reach so she can go to the plate for the 4th time. Donald has scored every time. Actually, 2 runs. Hasty got the second one. That was swung on and hit the left field, and that will hit the fence on the fly as they trade places. That is Murray and Venable. So Venable with her first hit, a double, makes it an 18-2 game.
Ripped a very nice fastball right into the left field fence area. Bounces off the fence. Another double scores another run, and it continues.
Strike one for Hallie Donald, who we mentioned had a 2-run double in the first, walked and scored in the second, walked in the fourth, and then Madeline Hasty scored in her place. So her 4th plate appearance today. The pitch is a ball outside. 1-1. Nancy Williams on deck. She went in for McKenna Sykes, who homered twice earlier today.
Yeah, she and Lofton with back-to-back homers and back-to-back at-bats.
That one is popped up on the infield. Second base drifting out and will make the grab. That is Marissa Pluguez for out number 3, but a single tally for Jones County. They are 3 outs away from their first ever national championship. We'll have it for you when we get back. Again, you're watching the NJCAA Softball Championships here on NJCAA TV. Back here in Clinton, where Madison Burge will be called on to close it out. So every Jones player has made it onto the field today, as have all of the Phoenix players. Burge had the win, I believe, in the previous game with
6 innings
Phoenix.
of work, yeah.
Which means she will be on the field for the celebration. Which unfortunately means she'll be near the bottom of that pile.
Yeah. Yeah, you hope that
so hopefully you're ready for that.
Pile on and hurt her in any way, but you're right. That's the scariest part of the whole winning of a championship is everybody jumping down on everybody.
I have a scary dog pile story. This goes all the way back to the mid-'90s. Covering high school soccer. Gulf Breeze High, the school I'm covering, scores 2 goals in the last 6 minutes to advance to state. There's a dog pile on the field with 2 minutes left. One kid is slow to get off the pile because somebody's head broke somebody's leg.
Oh, no.
So they had to halt the game for about 25 minutes, get the ambulance on the field, and then play the last 2 minutes. A swing and a miss for Fendrick, number 13.
That's always the thing about a pile on at the end. You just wonder.
Yeah, I always hold my breath when I see that. Which we're going to see in some fashion here in mere moments. That is up and away for ball 1 to Fendrick as a breeze blows through here. Thank you, God. Again, we are outside, about 10 feet off of home plate to the left side. So a 1-1 to Fendrick is hit a mile high, but that'll get out of play behind us. 1-2. Did notice that behind us on one of these pop-up tents is all the hardware that's going to be handed out in mere moments. Of course, both teams will get a team trophy, and I don't know if there's going to be plaques or medallions for each of these players for making it to the national title game. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled off the netting.
Good catch.
So everybody, because of the lopsided score, everybody on both teams has played in some fashion on both teams. Burge on the mound, Madison Burge, the last one to get off the bench. Again, she pitched the previous game against Phoenix yesterday. The 1-2, that one's hit out of play behind us. 1-2. So the scheduled batters are Fendrick, Witten, and O'Kelly. Witten does have a hit. O'Kelly has 2 hits. The 1-2 is swung on, hit well to right field. A right fielder coming in and will put it away. That is Sarah Brock for out number 1. Jones now 2 outs away. Mackenzie Witten is 1 for 3. Ground out to third in the first, ground out to short in the third, single and a run scored in the 5th. Batting from the left side, the pitch from Bird swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove of Bailey Gilbert. It's 0-1.
She did have that hit back in the 5th inning, Jason, and scored one of the only 2 runs today. But other than that, for Witten, that's been it.
And again, we will stay on long enough so you'll see the pitch is upstairs, 1-1. Again, we will show you some of the trophy presentation. So if you're actually a fan of either team, you can be able to enjoy that moment. Of course, they'll have to bring it out all the hardware on a table, so that'll obviously take a minute or 2. That one is swung on and fouled out of play. It's now 1-2. Again, NJCAA TV will also be bringing you the Division II baseball championships in Enid, Oklahoma, which begin on what day, Chuck Sebastian?
Saturday.
Saturday, as in a week from today.
Yep.
An 8-day tournament, is that correct?
It can be a little less, or it depends on how it finishes. It can end on Friday or end on Saturday.
As a foul ball down the right side.
Depends how the brackets break out. They do it east and west, and they all come together at the end. And depending on how many losses each team has, it could be a 3-way play or a 1 game and an if game or just a 1 game.
Now, again, is that every game of the tournament?
No, it comes down to the end.
Okay. I mean, as far as our broadcast coverage.
But, yeah, we'll have all the games for you, every single one. It'll be 4 on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday, and 2 on Wednesday and Thursday.
Hard hit ball, but run down by Williams in the outfield for out number 2. Jones County down to the final out.
So they're down to their last girl, and unfortunately for Phoenix, tough. They ran into the buzzsaw both times against Jones, and Jones was on a mission, and they are going to complete it here.
Heather O'Kelly steps in there. 2 for 3, singles in the 3rd and the 5th, and the pitch is low for ball 1.
Strike.
Oh, he called it a strike?
Yeah,
well, that's what I get for trying to be an umpire, I guess. Again, we don't hear the umpire, so we have to wait for the hand signal. The 0-1 missing off the plate, so that'll even things at a ball and a strike. Kiana Carr, the pitcher, very weary pitcher in the on-deck circle for Phoenix. The 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. It seems like the cloud cover is picked up, which will drop the temperature maybe 2 degrees out here, if that. The 2-1 to O'Kelly headed home. Ground ball, the first baseman has it. Bobble, she tags the base. It's all over. The glove goes flying into the air, and they come running onto the field. A historic celebration for the first time, and down they go. The first time in school history. The ladies of Jones County, your 2018 Division II National Softball Champions.
What a play. It was a nice hard shot down the first base line. She had hit the glove, and then she had to reach back and grab it a second time. She does. Steps on the bag to finish it off. And what a game. And again, Jones County just really on a mission from the get-go, lighting it up here and continuing to put runs on the board as they did last night. They do it again here today. And Phoenix, unfortunately, even though they beat 2 really good teams to get here, unfortunately, we'll get the second-place trophy running into a very, very tough Jones team who only lost 3 games all season long.
And I imagine a handful of those players are going to be all dirty and sticky as they had to be helped off the pile, but you see the handshake line in front of us. In resounding fashion, ladies from Laurel, Mississippi, your Division II national champions. Again, your final score, 18-2. Again, we're all right. As far as us, that'll do it, but we'll keep it on to show you all the post-game festivities for James Crenshaw on the booth, Chuck Sebastian on the color, Jason Thompson calling it a tournament. Wishing you, wherever you tuned in today, a pleasant afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, and congratulations to these ladies on a well-fought tournament. Let's give them all a round of applause one more time. On behalf of the City of Clinton, the NJCAA, and the City of Clinton Parks and Recreation Department, we just want to thank everybody for coming out this year, coming out and supporting this event, supporting these young ladies. This is a big year for us. To put this on every single year, and we're just thankful that y'all came out and celebrated with us this year. At this time, we're going to announce our all-tournament team and individual MVP awards.
Okay, first on our all-tournament team in the battery, we have Carly Perk from Jones County. Second in the battery, we have Madison Burge from Jones County. Next, we have Kiana Carr from Phoenix. And last in the battery, we have Bailey Richards from DMAC.
She's coming. She's coming.
In our infield, we have Emily Robinson from Jones County. In the infield, Maddie McCoy from Illinois Central. In the infield, Hannah Krosky from Phoenix. And Mima Doucette from LSU Eunice. In the outfield, we have Mackenzie Witten from Phoenix. Also in the outfield, we have Emily Henderson from LSU Eunice. Sorry about that. And the last person in the outfield is going to be Kelsha Lofton from Jones County. Our DP is going to be Morgan Neely from DMAC. And our UT is going to be Caitlin Dennis from Phoenix. outstanding defensive player for the tournament is Taylor Murray from Jones County. Our outstanding offensive player is Morgan Neely from DMAC. Our outstanding pitcher is Molly Jacobson from DMAC.
It's all quiet.
We'd like to introduce you to our tournament runner-ups, Phoenix College. We're going to introduce every player so you can get your medal. First we have Kara Golder. Hannah Krosky. Cherish, how do you say it? Paulinelli. Kiana Carr. Jessica Malis. Heather Kelly. Gabby Fenderick. Marissa Kugas. Valerie Holguin. Thank you. Haley Johnston. Mackenzie Witten. Sabrina Elman. Tyler Gill. Caitlin Dennis. Trainer Lisa Gonzalez. Assistant coach Kaylin Castillo Manning. Megan Johnson. Desiree Gill. And Henry Buzz Schrader. And head coach Hans Bueller. Your 2018 NJCAA Division II National Champions, Jones County Junior College. First up on Jones County's team, we have Simone McKinney, Meg Martin, Carly Perk, Brianna Hasty, Madeline Hasty, Angel Guyton, Callie Venable, Bailey Gilbert, Taylor Murray, Emily Robinson, Gracie McCleskey, Nancy Williams, Haley Donald, Sarah Brock, Kelsha Lofton, McKenna Sykes, Madison Burge, and Faith Denton. On staff, we have trainer Stephanie Smith, managers Charlie Jesse Smith, and Molly Welch. Assistant coach Katie Durham. Associate head coach Bob Harrington. And head coach Chris Robinson. Our tournament most valuable player is Kelsha Lofton from Jones County. And our coach of the tournament is Chris Robinson, Jones County.
And once again, we want to congratulate our 2018 champion, Jones County Bobcats. Thank you all for coming out to the tournament. We hope you have safe travels back home.
Hey.